The first sentence of your introduction is really important because it pulls your audience in and sets the stage what you will be talking about. Movies and novels that use good hooks will keep you interested, so you should be doing the same for your research paper. In a research paper, a good hook serves two main goals. One is to generate interest so that people will continue reading about your research topic, and two, to serve as a topic sentence for the paragraph. So these are the few essential qualities of a compelling hook. First is to create tension. Then it's supposed to evoke an emotional response. And third, it stirs up curiosity. Hi, this is Dr. Jia, and today I'm going to give you 5 formulas for hooks you can use in the introduction section. And be sure to stick to the end for the bonus tips. The first formula is the yeah, but formula. So you're giving them something, but creating a new problem and tension immediately. So I'm going to give you a few examples. The first one is, there is a big problem, but we don't know why. But we don't know the extent of the problem. But nothing has been done. But the solution has not been helpful. Another version of this, evidence shows that this intervention helps, but the solution is complex or expensive. The solution has too many side effects. The solution has not been implemented. The second formula, not living up to the promise. Use these types of hooks when your field has so much hope in a new invention but felt disappointed with the results. For example, despite promising results, the solution has not shown the same outcomes in a real-world setting, or it has not been replicated. Another version, despite extensive effort in X, the problem has not been solved. There is minimal progress. Results has not been promising. The third formula, conflicting data. This is a good one because it immediately tells the reader that the research community still has unanswered questions. Some examples. Despite evidence showing that this intervention works in this area, it has not worked in other areas. It has not shown the same results in Y area. It has not improved Y in the same degree as X. And a more direct way to give conflicting data could be the solution to X problem has been controversial, or conflicting data on X has led to. I know conducting a research project is an overwhelming process, so I made the idea to paper blueprint for you. This blueprint takes you through a 7-step process from the idea generation to paper submission, so be sure to get a copy by clicking the link below. Formula number 4, new direction. For this version, something has changed in the field because there could be new data, new phenomenon, maybe new government initiatives or new trends. For example, after years of assuming X, new studies have shown. With the new government policy on X, there is increased interest towards. Formula number 5, growing recognition. This type of hook will be good when there's some traction towards a new problem. For example, X is associated with increased mortality, but there is growing recognition that with the rise in X, the science community is recognizing that. Another version of this is growing evidence. So despite advancement in X, there is growing evidence that. Alright, now for some bonus tips. The first is, don't start your first sentence with a boring statement everybody in your field knows. For example, chronic kidney disease is associated with increased morbidity and mortality. So these type of sentences are very common. You see it all the time. You can switch out the condition and you can basically say the very same thing. Instead, use the hooks as I've mentioned above. Number 2, don't expect to get the hook right immediately. A good hook takes time to iterate, so don't put so much pressure on yourself to get the perfect one the first try. And usually what I do is I create the hook only after the 3rd or 4th draft of my introduction section. Having a good hook is only the beginning of the introduction, so be sure to watch the next video on other mistakes to avoid when writing the introduction section. I'll see you there.